your mindset is really all about abundance, not just in material things, but like in all aspects of your life. Health, wealth, relationship, as well as fulfillment. That's abundance for us.
Yep.
That's abundance for us.
Yep.
When you guys were young, what did you guys want to be in life? I don't know who wants to start. That's up to you.
Val.
All right. Yeah.
What were your aspirations and ambitions at, I don't know, teens or whatever?
Well, growing up as a kid, I've always wanted to. I'm actually a dreamer. My very humble beginnings would always expose me to areas where people are very wealthy, like that. So when I would see people live in big mansions, I would always tell my mom, you know what, I want to have a house like that. So yes, I think less than 10 years old, I was already dreaming big. And of course, there are a lot of challenges that I experienced while growing up. But the dream never left off. I really made sure na all the things that I do would always contribute to really realizing that dream. So that's the reason why, ambitious as I am, as I was when I got into what do you call that? The idea of joining a network marketing company. So I joined. I think probably one of the pioneers in network marketing here in the Philippines. Is it okay if I mention it? It was Forever Living Products. It was side by side with Amway before.
My parents at Amway and Herbalife.
Herbalife.
So I got into that right off the corporate world. I worked for a multinational company for 2 years. And then I got introduced to the network marketing company. And that's where I actually got most of my, mindset shifts.
Wow.
Because you know that network marketing companies would always train you, inspirational, motivational, and all of these things that will make you resilient to face rejections, objections from prospective clients and even families. I never get any support from my family when I joined when I joined the network marketing industry before. But I guess it has actually really opened my mind to the possibility of leveling up on my life. I never did become successful during those times, those early years in my networking career. However, I believe that the learnings I got from the trainings actually helped me in terms of facing all the challenges that I encountered from during those times of my life. Yeah.
I guess is it fair in saying that it prepped you for what was coming?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really profound.
That was actually my foundation.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see the fruit of most foundations until later on when it gets tested.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. Personally, I grew up in Cebu, and both my parents are very entrepreneurial. I'm the third of 5 kids, so like they say, middle child, but
Same here, yeah.
but contrary to what other people say about being the third child or the middle child, it's like I really, I was very good at my school. I graduated with honors, high school, college, and I think from the 5, I always thought actually to live in Cebu and really work there and get married there, but I realized I really wanted to, maybe early on, I really wanted to strive for something bigger, So I was the one who went outside of Cebu first. Like I studied in UP Diliman, was able to get scholarship in Japan, was able to go to the US well before I was like, everything happened before 21 years old. So like, I was really like a go-getter kind of person. And then I got married early. Well, actually, we got married. I was 23 at that time. And actually, from there, it slowed down for me. But before I got married, I was also involved in that networking company.
Oh, same or different?
Same.
Okay.
That's where we actually met.
Okay.
But
So there was a reason why you were there.
that was the
So
reason.
you didn't fail.
Somehow, that was the turnkey for our sales career. But like what I said, I've been very exposed to my mom, especially. She sells like anything, like
Anything.
Tupperware,
It has to
cookies,
happen,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So like I've always been like with her, like anywhere she goes. My parents, I would really love to go with them. So I think that also contributed to me being entrepreneurial from the very start. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear. I mean, do you think that are you guys believer in that when you are going to get married, you have to have somewhat to the same mindset of when it comes to ambition and when it comes to, I guess, reaching a vision that you both want in life? Because I hear from my other mentors and older people, like, you better be careful who you marry because they can either bring you down or bring you up. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, at first, probably that was not yet the consciousness around partnership in marriage. We got together because we were going to the same church.
Okay.
Our appliance in the network marketing
created this
industry,
fellowship.
That company created a fellowship.
Okay.
It's a Christian fellowship that we meet midweek and then we meet on
Sundays.
On Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow that brought us together because with the network marketing company itself, we were not really acquainted.
We're not friends.
We got acquainted through the church.
Oh, so the fellowship program.
Yes.
The fellowship program.
The fellowship invited, like
distributors,
but most of us were singles.
Okay.
And there was a rule that you cannot
go out with
your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I call him actually Kuya because he's 6 years older than me, and he used to work there like a volunteer for like the finance aspect of the fellowship, right? So, so going back to your question, I think the number one qualification for us at that time was not about money per se, but it's really the spiritual foundation.
So, trying to go back to your relationship, how, Val, did you know when you saw her, it's like, oh, that's the one?
He has his...
You will find this very interesting.
Okay.
He has his version, and I have my version, so he'll go first.
I haven't had any girlfriend since birth. Yes. So when I you were laughing.
You're a very good-looking guy. I don't believe that.
That's the truth. But you know what? When I was already in the church, and a lot of my friends were already dating left and right, like that.
College friends.
College friends were already dating left and right. So somehow they were teasing me. Oh, Val, maybe you're
gay.
You're gay. Why haven't you settled down? Why haven't you dated anyone? I go, okay, just wait. I'm still praying for the right girl for me because I have this belief when I was in high school that if I will get into a relationship, I want it to be the first and the last.
Very nice.
Whoever I'm going to date, I want that lady, that woman to be my wife, and I'm going to build my life with that person. So I held on to that thinking. So when we were actually in the church, I was already nearing age 30. I asked God, Lord, if I will reach my 30th birthday and I'm still single, I will devote my life to ministry. I will go for single blessedness. Wow. But if you have plans to have me marry somebody, please do it now. Because during that time, I think I was 28, 29 years old. And lo and behold, months before I actually turned 30, God started giving me visions in my dream, in my meditations, in my prayers, in my devotion time, that I'm actually standing in front of a woman. But during that time, there was no face yet. And we were in front of an altar, and both of us were wearing our wedding attire.
Wow.
And then it actually progressed into something that there was a time that I was taking a shower before our Sunday service, and God showed to me the face of the woman, and it was Kathy.
Really?
Yep, it was Kathy. Lord,
Who
si
is
Kathy
she?
man.
No, you didn't see Kathy at that point. Did you see her?
I was already,
We're already members.
I'm already aware,
Okay.
and she knows this, by the way. In terms of the list of ideal qualities,
Yeah.
she's probably
Physically, yeah.
she was probably
Not my type.
fit to that to those lists. So he said, "Are you sure, Lord, that
I think you were surprised that the vision
Yeah.
was her.
But the vision became very recurring. It came more frequently, and there was this one service in the church that I was in front, and then I heard something audible in my ears.
Okay.
Your bride has come. And when I took a look at the back
Wow.
on the aisle, she was already standing there.
A super divine.
Super divine. Super divine. I don't know if it was just a vision or something, but yeah, it
was a sign for-
it was a sign for me that it's really Kathy who's going to be my wife and my partner for life.
That's really
And
touching.
the rest is
And the rest is
history.
history. So that was it was not emotional, it was not physical how we got
Yeah.
together, but it's more of spiritual. That's why when she said that the foundation of our relationship is more of spiritual, whatever challenges, whatever struggles, whatever victories we actually experience in the course of our marriage, we would always go back to the foundation. Nothing can actually break us apart because of the spiritual foundation that we had for our partnership.
That's right.
Lots of words.
You were not prepared for that, right?
That's a love story you need to put down on paper. And Kathy,
Right.
what's your version?
My version, it's like, have you seen that movie MMK or that series?
Yeah.
Maalala mo kaya? Our love story really was not the most perfect. The situation, what happened was, I was about to graduate from college. I was 21 at the time. And at that time, a lot of girls my age were already thinking, Lord, who is my God's will? Like they were praying for their husband. And for me, I really want to get married like later on, like 28, like that. So I was just about to about to graduate. And again, I heard a voice from God telling me that I'm going to get married. Good Lord. Who? I don't even have a boyfriend, Nobody's courting me. And just like Val, I didn't have a boyfriend, like a real relationship since birth.
Really? Wow.
So I was like, nobody even wants me. Nobody's courting me. So like, who's that guy? And of course, like in my heart, I really want also somebody from the church because I know them. They're my friends. We go out like almost every time, like going out in groups. So like we were really friends.
Right.
Kuya Val was like, oh, okay. A lot of girls really want him to be their husband. Oh, Kuya Val is so handsome, knows how to drive, knows how to cook, everything, charming, all around.
I'm your handyman.
Yeah, like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of girls had crushes on him, but not me because he also knows he was not my type. I wanted chinito. I wanted this Chinese.
Full-blooded
type of-
Chinese.
like that.
Really?
Yeah. So when I heard that voice, I was like, okay, Lord, that was April of, I think, 2021. No, sorry, 201 or 202, something like that. And then I was like, okay, Lord, if I'm gonna get married, it's April now. Can we do it December this year? Right? So I was already in that state, but I was still like unsure who is this guy. And then I'm just gonna leave out some of the sensitive details, but I was about to get married to another guy.
Really?
Yeah, I was about to get married to another guy, and it didn't happen. Like it didn't happen. And then what happened was Val actually was the one who proposed.
Really?
There was a turn of events, and like it was really like dramatic kind of event. But my father was the one he proposed to. He went to
I
Cebu,
flew to Cebu. Yep.
brought the rings, and he just told my father, I'm going to get married to Kathy.
What was your father's response?
Are you crazy?
It was just, I think he was just so open to the idea because I came in very sincere.
Yeah.
And I told him that I knew the situation, that Kathy was supposed to get married
Wow.
to somebody else. And then when I told him that, yeah, my intentions are pure, and I just knew that Kathy is going to be my partner in life. He just said, okay, do you want coffee?
Really?
That was the very first time that I actually met him.
Really?
And sat down in a
Well, you must have got the good vibes from you.
Probably.
I mean, what are your parents full Chinese?
My dad is 50%, and then my mom like Filipina.
Were they pushing for the China? Was the other guy Chinese?
No.
No, not as well. Bo actually came also for the same church, and they met the guy, and they have high regards for the guy now. But because of what happened, like they were so devastated, and
Gotcha.
it happened like months only. Like
wow.
I was
Yep.
supposed to get married like June of that year. And Val proposed around August. And we got married December.
Really? Wow.
So I think my prayer, that's
It got answered.
it got answered,
Not in the way you.
yes, that was not the one what we expected. Because like women, like we would want like a fairy tale marriage,
Yeah.
fairy tale wedding, but it didn't turn out like that. But the great thing about it was, it just revealed who God really wanted
Yeah.
me to marry. And by the way, that guy that I was supposed to get married to got married to my best friend.
I hear that happening a lot in the Philippines.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But like they really had that relationship even before, so it
Got
was
it.
really meant to be.
Yeah. It
and
happens.
Eventually we forgave each other, and they're happily married, and we're happily married, so that's okay. That chapter in our
Yeah,
life.
I mean, coming from America, divorce rate is really high in America.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a friend actually who's best friends with the ex-husband.
Oh.
I mean, talking about they go out on the
okay.
weekends together.
They got married.
Look, my friend has a wife, but the wife had a
Oh,
child, previous
okay.
marriage with another man.
Wow.
But the man, her ex-husband, and her current husband are best friends.
Blended.
Yeah, I'm like, how does this happen, dude? Like, yeah, we've been best friends for like 15 years, Gil.
Wow.
So, I mean, I think it takes, on the man side of things, it takes a lot of your ego to really get down, which it is what it is. I personally God's gonna have to really intervene on myself to really come to that, that. But I mean, talking about marriage, right? Like you guys did it the right way. You probably maybe got to know each other, the courting process, got married. And I know you guys have kids.
Yep.
How do you feel about, this might be controversial. Let me know if you want to answer or not. How do you feel about kids now these days, couples now these days, living in together?
Ooh, very interesting. We have a 20-year-old son already, right? And of course, no matter how much, like he wanted it to be ideal, just like us and everything, he would tell us, Mommy, Daddy, your love story is, it's unique. it's for you. It's not for me, like that. But we always remind him, you know what, boy, there's somebody really for you, and you just have to be patient for that right person. But like what you said, like this generation, like they're into, like different way of,
It's a lot of instant gratification.
Yep.
I want it now.
I want it
But
now.
sometimes, for me, like, I don't have a boy, but I've raised my nephews. They're boys.
Yeah.
I've always told them that you better be careful where you plant your seed, because that's a forever seed.
Right.
Because you're connected for life,
Yes,
essentially.
yeah.
And no matter how much you say you're broken up, you're connected for life.
That's right.
Luckily, they don't act that way. But I know so many friends friends with multiple baby mothers and stuff like that. Just a lot of drama.
That's crazy.
I just think that it's not the only person for me suffering in the very beginning is a child.
It's a child.
Because there's a sense
That's
of confusion
true.
there.
We always remind him, boy, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
If you cannot take care of yourself now,
how can you take care of another life?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's just a reminder, constant reminding, boy, that's a big risk, that's a big responsibility, and if you're gonna get into that, I'm out of it. We always say, sorry, I'm not gonna be responsible for that.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, you have to, you are a product of your choices.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to.
Correct.
You're gonna have to live that particular life because, I'm sure you guys have your own cycles and things that happen within each other's family.
Yeah.
I made it a point as a young person to try to recognize and be cognizant of those things I don't want in my adult life.
Right.
And I tried my best to break those things.
Yes.
And a lot of those things in my life I have a lot of cousins who are just having babies, having fun, things like that. And I'm like, this is not the life I want. So, I don't know on my end of things if I can take Princess down the road. I'm hoping I can inject enough value in her to not and lessons in her to not do that. How many kids do you have? You have 4 kids?
We have 4. Yeah.
What are the ages? 20?
We have 20, 16, 13, and 10.
And boys, girls, what's the...
we only have one girl, the 16-year-old.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so, Val, what's easier to raise, a boy or a girl?
I would say that we were actually trained to... We were actually prepared to raise both. Of course, God has blessed us with 3 sons who have different personalities. And we have a little girl, our girl, our only girl, who also has a different personality, who can actually stay afloat of all the personalities of the three boys. So I would say we were able to adjust to raising up to different genders.
But with Isabel, the girl, she's more quiet. Like you really have to extract.
Yeah.
Is she more observative than anything?
Yes.
It's like she's
she likes to go into her room. You really have to be the one to, be intentional with your relationship with her. Mm-hmm. Like you have to really reach out, ask her, how are you? How was your day? What was the highlight of your day? Is
she the youngest?
She's the second.
She's pretty much a middle child to some extent.
Something like that.
I'm one of 4, but I'm number 3.
Oh, yeah.
So I've always been left to my own devices to discover my own thing.
Yeah. But you know what? I think that was actually just recently when she became a teenager. But when she was younger, our only daughter, she was just like one of the boys. In fact, there was a fear in my mind and my heart that is she going to be like a tomboy, because she would always, of course, play with the guys. With the guys.
She's influenced by her 3 brothers.
Yes.
She didn't want a Barbie doll.
She didn't like to
She
wear
didn't want to wear skirts or dresses. So that was the initial fear. But you know what? She turned out perfect right now. She's blossoming into a beautiful young lady who has crushes, and you know what?
Who is easier to discipline when you have to be like, listen, you need to relax? Is it boys are easier to discipline, as in you can be a bit more rough, or the girl, or you have to be a bit more sensitive with the girl? Do you think it's like the same?
With our parenting, I think the first and the second, which is boy and girl, really had the effects of previous traditional parenting style. We do spanking, like disciplinarian type. Yeah. With the third and fourth, we are more like coaches. We shifted into more like
talking through.
Yes, like that.
See through conversations like that
Really?
for
That's fascinating.
Third and
last
fourth,
two, the
yeah.
third and fourth. That's the reason why our daughter would always say, you know what,
You're so lenient.
you're so lenient with the
third and the fourth.
third and the fourth, and we were so strict with me and Kuya.
Yes.
So
she would always say
she
that.
would always say that, and well, somehow we admit that we were still young parents during those times that they came in. We still didn't have the level of awareness that we have now as coaches, because we only practiced what we were teaching later on
Right.
in our lives, probably around 2010, 2011, like that. So that was quite an adjustment for us in terms of dealing with our kids. But of course, you would always say, as a parent, I will never do what I've experienced from my parents, right? Yeah. And you still can't help it. It's probably a body memory. It's subconscious.
Subconsciously,
it would just come out. And there were times before that I would just stop myself and, did I do the right thing?
With Princess here, I found myself like almost like regurgitating those old, like, and you catch yourself like, oh man, this is rough. Like, this is too much here.
Yeah.
But then I'm conditioning myself now, maybe to your point with 3 and 4.
Yeah.
As in, like, you gotta use your. She's only 1 year old. But I say you gotta use your words. Sit down. Tell me what's wrong. Even if she babbles. I want her to get to I want her to be used to being very vocal.
Yes.
Rather than, like, God forbid somebody touches her inappropriately or does something where something happens. I don't want her to hide it from me. As in, I'm
She's
afraid
scared.
I'm going to get beat over here as well. Because, we're probably close in age.
Yeah.
So generationally, if you came home with a cut, a bruise, do a gun. It's gonna your parents will hit you again. Like, it's another discipline action. My parents, I've never had a moment in my life where my dad or my mom goes, let's sit down and talk about what. It's like, really, it's
what happened to you?
And my mom is Castilla, right? My mom is Spanish.
Yep.
So it's like, get the Mongo beans out. Get the rock salt.
Get the rock salt.
Right.
But it wasn't my fault. Like, it was your fault. Some way I don't know what you got yourself into the problem.
Correct.
But I mean, in retrospect, now that you have the 4, different parenting.
Yeah.
Do you think that the outcomes are almost leveling off? Like, you said the 10-year-old and the 13-year-old, yeah? Are they just as, with the talking, a bit more, maybe more thoughtful in their discussions with you compared to the first 2?
Can you compare?
I don't know if it's too soon.
I would say that it helped that we are now on a more conversational approach when it comes to our parenting, because somehow it caught up. I mean, our lapses before with the first 2, and of course the way that we are relating with the second 2, and all of them now, it is actually level off the way our relationship has actually progressed with our kids. Although, of course, I would say that our firstborn is more matured enough to actually converse with us whenever he's experiencing some challenges in his own life. He would always call his mom whenever he's on a
feeling down or whatever.
Feeling down, or he's feeling happy about how his life is turning out to be.
But,
however, we also noticed that with our daughter, there will be times, like what she said, that she would just stay in her room, clam up, things like that. So it's a little bit of an effort for us to really reach out to her and allow her to speak up. With the third and the fourth, I would say that it's pretty much a normal type of conversation with us. However, the third one, who's actually at 13 right now, he probably has some adjustments with his hormones and probably the moods like that.
I'm a big man.
But we were able to somehow not really tame, but get across with him whenever there's an opportunity for us to really talk seriously with him. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think with Uno, the eldest, like he always jokingly tells us like the trauma that he experienced with daddy, or like the things that how we raised him up. But since he also went through like a lot of seminars and workshops with us in terms of personal development, like he can easily, like like verbalize and be
That's
open
nice. That's
around
great.
it.
Yep.
Of course, there are times when he would not share everything because he said that, oh, before when I make mistakes, like you make me feel guilty, like you really make me feel bad around it. Like just recently, he lost his phone, and like, of course, like a mom would do, like you would,
What?
why? And then like months before he lost his wallet, and then he lost our dog, and then that was the third one
Did you
when he
find the
lost.
dog?
Yep.
Yes, we found the
Yes,
dog.
we found the dog.
Yeah, but like like all these things happen in just a span of 2 to 3 months. So I was like, why is this happening? Like what's the pattern? Why are you losing stuff? And I was like pinning him down on the responsibility around it, because he lives in Manila right now. He lives alone. So like my mother figure kind of way of doing things, like, you have to do this, you have to be responsible. And like, how can I treat you as an adult if you're not being responsible like that? Right? So in a way, I feel that it's the right thing to do, but because of our personal development, and we have to apply what we are teaching, like, okay, I'm also trying to reflect in terms of my parenting with him. Is it because I'm still seeing him as
A
kid? That's why I'm telling him that this is the right thing to do and this is the wrong thing to do. When in fact, he's already 20 years old, like an adult, then allowing him also to make mistakes, because we are being raised up as, like when we were kids, like when you make mistakes, your parents would get angry at you, scold you, and, make you feel guilty why you did this and why you did that. But in fact, in the ideal world, or like what the right thing should be done, is that people make mistakes along the way while growing up, and now that he is alone, living on his own, adulting and everything, he's allowed to make mistakes as well.
You have to.
And allow him to learn from those mistakes. So when I realized that, a lot of my parenting style also has evolved, and allowing him to see that as well actually allowed us to have that kind of relationship, more open. And he appreciated that. However, the consequence is I didn't buy him a phone. He has to work for it.
100%. I agree.
Right.
I totally agree.
And for 3 weeks, he didn't have a phone. Like, he borrowed a phone that was broken and everything. And that's a consequence. So for me, as a parent, it was a learning time to how can I adjust my parenting style with this guy who is 20 years old.
Yeah.
And at the same time, allowing him also to experience the consequence of his own actions.
100%. I totally agree with you. It's now me having a baby, it's one of those things where you want to step in, but you don't want to step in. I'm starting to train myself now. When she falls, just don't step in.
Allow him.
Just get up. But sometimes she's starting to walk now. She falls and then she starts looking up for help. And I tell the girls, don't help her. Just let her get up.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want her to understand that it's okay. No one's there to
she can do it.
you. It's fine. Just get up and then do your own thing again. Because I'm really, now that I'm in my 40s, so she's only 1 year old, I'm really looking back into how my parents raised me. Because I'm like, I don't want to put those, I guess, the innate limiting beliefs that do happen along the path of getting raised by parents probably who weren't prepared to be parents. Because our oldest is 50, she's 51, but my mom had her when she was 16.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, you're a kid raising a kid at the end of the day.
Right.
Okay, so, let's kind of switch gears here.
Go.
Sure. Here.
Yep.
From network marketing, I guess they were selling supplements to some extent.
Yep.
How did it move into insurance?
Okay.
Okay. So we were still in network marketing prior to joining the insurance company. In fact, our transition industry was still network marketing but a different product. That's where we met our mentor,
Yeah.
Coach Rasuson.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually
Trained.
trained our core team in our core leadership team
Yeah.
in our group, the last group.
networking
It was
marketing.
a quantum energy pendant that
Anti-radiation.
anti-radiation and all of this kinesiology
Yeah.
tests that you're doing with the product. We were very successful in terms of building networks, not just here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
but also abroad. But when the company shut down, we managed to keep our relationship with Coach Russ. And one time he called us and said, "Hey guys, I think you might be a good fit for this new industry that
Yeah.
I've seen. I've talked to some people in this industry. Would you like to take a look at it?" But prior to that, when we actually stopped doing network marketing, I was already talking to her because we were already doing some trainings, some workshops. And I told her, why don't you study financial management or financial planning so that we can incorporate that to all the trainings that we're doing. We can give that as a bonus for all the audience that we have. At least we can speak from experience that we got scammed left and right like this. So it's their way of really stabilizing their road to financial freedom. So when I told her that, we were already searching the internet, what courses, what schools, or what institutions are actually offering financial planning as a course. But everything that I would see is are insurance companies.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let's just put that aside. And while we were actually on transition, Russ called us. Hey, take a look at this.
Yeah.
I'm going to connect you with somebody there in Davao City. Just be open because I think and I believe that this industry is actually fit for you guys.
Yeah.
It's professional in approach. You would also have a vehicle to achieve your financial dreams for your family. So we were just so open at the time because we were coming off from a failure in the industry. So when we saw how professional the approach was, I told Kathy, all right, we can probably consider this. You be the first one to join in.
She was the bait. She was
So
like
she was a big, yeah, she was a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
So I told her, okay, since you're good at financial management, our family financial management, why don't you go ahead? And then I'll just join you if ever we see that it's really good and rewarding for us. So
Yeah.
that actually kicked it off. So that was 2013.
Yeah.
Were you in Cebu at that time?
We were already here.
Here in
You were already
Davao.
here.
We were
Okay,
already
okay.
here because we transferred right after our defunct network marketing company at
Gotcha,
that time.
okay.
2012, we transferred here in Davao.
We invested in a coffee shop here.
We helped in the I helped in the administrative side.
But you're originally from Davao.
I'm
No.
originally from Bulacan.
Manila.
Oh, Manila. So
Yeah.
where is the Davao connection?
It was just a mutual thing for us when we were both singles. We on our own we were actually able to visit Davao
Through the church.
through the church, of course.
Wow.
And then I said, I think if I'm going to retire one day, I would want to retire
Really?
in Davao City
Because you're from Cebu, Bulacan.
from
Yeah.
Bulacan.
What charm? I have my own personal story why I love Davao. What's your personal story into why Davao is a good fit for you guys?
When we were at the crossroads of, because we were renting from one apartment to another when we were in Cebu, and that was the year when we would end another contract, and we were like, okay, what's next for us, and we ended also our affiliation with the network marketing. So like it was just a way for us to decide if we want to have a house, build a
Right.
home. It's not here in Cebu. Even if my family was there, it's Cebu for us at that time was so, like no place for us because
It's still that way, I think.
like all the more now
yeah,
because like the no space in the city.
Yeah.
You have to go all the way to Minglanilla, which is very far at that time. But right now, it's like near already. But at that time, we really wanted to have our home, and it's not gonna be in Cebu. So we just decided, okay, we have an investment in Davao. We have a coffee shop there. We have nothing here in Cebu. Our contract is ending. Let's just transfer to Davao.
Yep.
We packed all our things, put it in a container van, and then we transferred.
That tells me a lot about your guys' ambition, and because like they had I learned this a long time ago. There's a statistic in America where only like sub 10% of people in any community ever move out of their community. The majority of people stay in their community only because it's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I applaud you guys for actually just uprooting and obviously it's probably the best move you've made. Obviously.
Yes, and looking back, so because that was 2012 and 2025, that's 13 years ago, it was the best move because we were able to build our home here.
Yes.
Yes, and the kids love it here. We love durian. It's
Fruits
like
are very
yes,
compared to Cebu.
the beaches are so near, and when we go to the mountain, it's so near. So, like we are actually encouraging my parents to transfer here because Cebu is really so cramped right now,
Yeah.
like the floods and everything.
I don't like. I mean, my father's from Cebu, but I don't like throwing shade at Cebu, but it seems as if that they're just building on top of each other.
Yes.
And the only really nice areas is the business district and the IT park, where it's really like fleshed out, like to be a really nice little area. Outside of the nice subdivision, I believe, what's that really nice subdivision? Maria or something.
Maria Luisa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Outside of that, everything's like little small road, and because we lived in Guadalupe when we were there. I'm like, oh no, and things are a bit more expensive over there. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. But I mean, it was an experience.
Yeah.
I do love the fact that they do have more, I guess, access to certain things.
Right.
Like it's like even technologies, they're a bit more up, but Davao is so widespread and vast.
Right.
Correct.
You can really do a lot of enterprising here.
Yes.
True.
I always tell people like you can be like really sikat in Toril and you can never touch downtown. Or you can be really at Catiluna and you can do change of business over there and never ever touch downtown and still be okay.
Yeah, when we go to Toril, Val would always say, "Oh, the road here is so good. Maybe we can also get a place here."
No, I want to buy a farm over there in the Carina. Because I mean, in Dumaguete, we still own farms. So I love farming. I mean, I love livestock farming. So right now we still have a goat farm and we still have a piggery, a goat farm, and cattle. So I want her to grow up around that.
Nice.
Because I want her to get dirty. I want her to be a bit rough.
Yes.
I don't want her to be
A ranch girl.
Yeah, I don't want her to be. I don't want her to be out there.
Yep.
Now, you guys mentioned a bit of a failure there.
Yep.
What has been in the business life? What has been your lowest of the low for you to be like, are we making the right choice here? I think we need to find jobs now. Have you ever been in that position in life?
Yeah.
There was a time, especially when we were still in Cebu. During that time, of course, when we started our married life, we were not. We didn't go into employment. We
Dated.
While we were getting to know each other after getting married, and to solidify the relationship, what we did were small businesses.
Nice. Okay.
We would be subcontractors for an exporting company. Of course, we did network marketing together like that. But when there was a point in our life that since we were living with my in-laws, I decided to get into the BPO industry in Cebu. Yep.
Yeah, for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Less.
What year was this?
Around 2007, 2008.
Yeah, 1 year.
Was that in like the IT park area, or I don't know where?
It was in
Mandaue?
Mandaue.
Yeah.
H. Cortez.
Okay.
It's a printing company.
Yeah, it's a I don't know if you're familiar with Ex Libris before.
Yeah.
Or
No,
it's
no,
it's a publishing. It's an auto publishing firm.
Got it. Okay,
It's a back office of an auto publishing firm in New York, in New
Gotcha,
Jersey.
okay.
So anyway, so we got into that, and we did a little bit of tutorials like that in a learning center. And I got the opportunity to actually go to the US. And I would say this is probably our ticket to reaching our dream. So
American dream.
our American dream. So I decided to actually work as a caregiver in the US.
I've been a caregiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course you know that it's under the table.
Oh no, yeah,
Just to provide for the family.
Yeah,
so I would
yeah.
leave Kathy and our son in Cebu, work in the US.
How long were you in the U.S. for?
I was actually there on and off. 3 months. There will be times that I will be there 6 months. The longest that I stayed was 8 months. Good thing I got an extension for my I-90.
Oh,
my immigration paper. So
I love that story. I mean, I mean, to that point, like a lot of people see me as like, Gil, you're this, you're that. I'm like, you don't. I had a discussion with one of the managers. Like, I was talking about hardships and all these things, and I don't know if this happens to you guys. They always refer to me as, you've never been through that. I'm like, dude, do you know in America I've been like a security guard, taxi cab driver, caregiver. I think my first job and worst job was literally picking up dog poop. I had to go in I had a truck, go to every single house with the customers. My whole job was to go in the backyard, pick up the dog poop, and throw it in the garbage and throw it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, dude, like you don't understand how it is to all you guys see is a tip of whatever you see.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sure you guys get it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, you don't understand the literal blood, sweat, and tears that has to happen to get to a particular level.
Yeah.
What you young kids want is what Mikey without the effort. And I tell them straight up, like, what you want is whatever I make, probably times more, but without the effort that gets put in. Because a lot of you guys, I'm not going to say you guys are lazy, a lot of you guys want it now. But none of you have that daily gratification built in.
Yes.
But that's amazing that you shared that, because I think a lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah.
That, like success doesn't come really overnight at the end of the day.
It's true.
It's a built-in process of up and downs.
Yeah, we have our fair share of financial struggles. That's why, as the head of the family, our family, really have to find ways to provide for the family, even if it's employment, even if it's a small business or what have you. You really have to think about it. But the good thing about us is we agreed on whatever opportunities or ventures we're going to get into. There was actually even a time that both of us were employed. I was working, in that BPO company. I was working graveyard shift, and then we would just see each other during breakfast.
I know that story.
Bye.
And she would report to the office,
100%.
the same office, right after, probably around 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know
30
that.
minutes of just meeting up together during breakfast time.
I know that lifestyle all too well. All too well. I mean, I'm grateful for the life I have, but I'm more grateful for the trials I've been through.
Yeah.
Because it has like you guys, it has a built-in resilience. And when anything comes to you that you've like emotionally been through, it comes off like, oh, that guy's super stoic. That guy's super chill. Because like, no, it's because I had to do this. I had to do certain things. But I mean, like going through those ups and downs, like, can you talk to, some of those people that say, like, I have no chance in life, I'm just going to be here. People that have their own limiting beliefs. Because it sounds like you guys, your success comes from the stories of, up and down, up and down. I think, and besides, like it's a kayod, always digging, always digging. But, because some people, young and old, have the impression that only a certain sets of people are privileged enough to have a particular life, and I'm sure you talk with a lot of people that are super positive, but I'm sure you have sets of people that have their own limiting beliefs, especially with breakthrough and all those things.
Yes.
Can you talk to how, like if you were to talk to those sets of people to kind of change their lives or their mindset, what is the first thing you would tell them?
I would tell them to join the personal development seminar this Saturday. Yeah, actually have very close people in my circle that, like, okay, I'll enroll you. I'll even pay for it. And he would say, just give me the money.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, and like, like these people, we love them, but totally different mindset. And it's not that, we put them down. It's really just a matter of choice. Like the kind of things that we believe are, like effective for us that, make our life better. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but it's
100%.
like really the choices, and maybe I cannot blame them for their choices. Maybe at the time that's the best choice that they have. But for Val and I, maybe we are just so blessed that we also met people who allowed us to see that there's a better side of things.
I do agree with both of those. My only pushback is that there's only so much time before you have to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
And this is how I personally believe. Like, there's only so, because we came from, even though my family has businesses, not everyone within the whole family base has the same opportunities as the top end of that family. We weren't the, like, to be transparent, my grandfather was a womanizing guy that always was out there. So, and properties at that point were worthless to him, so he just sold them. So we were left with really almost nothing. But my dad and my mom had to formulate a way to get and make it happen for themselves. And at that time, my mom and dad really taught me, like, you are a product of your choices. Like, my dad could have sat by, tambay, go drinking, but he decided to have 3 or 4 jobs to make it happen for the family. And that's what I tell the people I encounter, that always, they don't outwardly kind of like, not so much look down on me, but they almost like, they not look down, but they're like, it's a negative context when they're always like, yeah. So I'm like, dude, like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. But, everyone goes through their own struggle. And not everyone, even from wealthy, affluent families, are guaranteed to maintain that for long periods of time.
That's true.
That's
You can only do so much in terms of inspiring and motivating people to actually go for their next level. But I guess not unless they have their own personal self-confrontation.
Yes.
That they want to get out of this rut. That's the only time that somebody like us, or a friend, or a message from the TV, or probably a message from the podcast would allow them to even consider leaving that comfort zone or that rut. They have to come to their own crossroads. Am I still wanting to stay in this mess, or I would want to find a way that I can actually improve in my life situation? That's why, as coaches, we really don't spoon feed people on the ideas on how they can actually transform their lives. It has to come from them. You just need to ask them, is this choice of staying there allowing you to live the kind of life that you want? Or what else do you want to experience in your life? Things like that will allow them to actually assess if their life is really working, and if it is, what's going to be their next level. If it's not, how do they want to shift their lives, or how do they want to turn their lives around? So I guess we can only do that if people would come and approach us and say, all right, I think I'm ready I'm ready to hear what you're going to say.
Even for our relatives, like close circle, like we have this somehow like a pressure or like burden to help them.
100%.
Right? But at the end of the day, you don't want to come out like, like hard selling. Oh, you have to do this, you have to do that because this worked for us. It has to come from them. It has to be a choice coming from them that, okay, I want to change. And like we have, like siblings that, their lives, we would want better for them financially, like the way they raise their family and stuff like that. And we try our best to reach out, and somehow it's sad that, like some of our, loved ones are not seeing how we do things,
100%,
right?
yeah.
But again, we are doing our part.
Yep.
And like what Val said, they have to also come to terms to that. I want to do this. I want to change. Right?
I know you guys are very helpful. Have you ever felt super frustrated that you know that this person has potential,
Right.
but they're not crossing that boundary, and you're like, what? Have you ever had
A lot of times.
Because I feel it as well. How do you deal with it? Like, do you just, you know what, Bala? How do you? Because it affects me emotionally.
Yes.
Because I know, like, man, you are way smarter than me.
Yeah.
You are way than me.
Right.
How do you guys deal with it?
I guess what I learned from one of my mentors that I met in the past, he's already gone to the Lord. Bruce Conching is a Hawaiian transformational coach and facilitator of learnings. He would always say, love and respect.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to love and respect the choices that people in your space would make for themselves. And just set the intention that they would, again, come to that realization that, hey, I need to shape up or shift out. Right? So that's one of the principles that I'm actually practicing. As long as I know that I've done my very best to actually inspire, motivate, and probably to coach that person or mentor that person, and still that person will still continue to choose otherwise, then all I need to do is step back and love and respect the choice that that person is making.
That's so hard for me to accept sometimes. But I totally understand where you're coming from. It's hard because it hits me harder when it's my family.
Right.
That's true.
It hits me harder when it's my family. Like, dude, like, I know it's going to come to me at the end of the day to help you.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm giving you tools and a roadmap to kind of, like, replicate. Because anything I've done in my life is you can replicate, to a great degree. Just stumble first and then get it going. But no, I can't do it. No, I can't. Like, okay.
The thing is, you also need to reflect on yourself. Like, we go back to ourselves. What is this irritation, annoyance? Why is this person triggering me? Is it my need to control? Is it my need to be right?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Right? Because again, let's go back to my son. Like, you know what? I haven't lost my wallet or my driver's license ever. Like, I'm already 45 and I haven't lost my wallet or my driver's license at that. Yeah. And he would say, that's you. That's you. Iba yung experience niya. Iba siya. You cannot pin down on him because he's not doing the same things as the way that you are doing it.
That's true.
Right? So, in our relationship, we cannot be, we cannot just force ourselves into other people, telling them what to do, because that would be us needing to control.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's something that I think, being a breadwinner for so long, it's put me in a mode of, like, I'm always in control. So
you're always right.
Yeah. So because like my wife is the only one who can kind of like not put me down, but she's the only one that can kind of like calm me down or call me out.
Stop
being bossy. And I joke around, like, I am the boss most of the time. But I have to past couple of years I've been really trying to shift out of it, only because to kind of see where that person sits, and kind of to your guys' point, like maybe they're just not ready. But I'm here to receive you when you're ready.
Right.
Now, how important do you think? Because some people might think this is like unnecessary. I think it is necessary. But how important do you think it is to take time out of your day and meditate, pray, and kind of like reflect and things like that? Because in a very masculine sense, I don't need to do that. I mean, I'm gonna just get up and go. Because and I thought this way for a very long time. But I've found that I've grown exponentially.
Wow.
Nice.
Praying, meditating, reflecting before even I go in the house. I just sit in my car on the balcony and I just look out. That's why I love the mountains around here.
Nice.
How important do you think it is to have that in your life and have it as a habitual thing to do?
We learned about meditation probably 3 or 4 years ago from Coach Russ. At first, it was really a struggle
Weird?
adjusting it. Yeah, weird.
Woo woo.
Woo, because of course, how I learned about getting grounded on my faith, and of course connecting with the source, is through prayer and devotion. But to just sit there and
Doing
wait
nothing.
on something, doing nothing, that's kind of weird, right?
It is.
However, Russ actually told us his own experience
Yeah.
on meditation, that even without doing anything, things would just line up
Yes.
in his favor.
Yeah.
Business deals,
Clients.
right people coming right
In
at
his
his
face,
doorstep. Sometimes getting unexpected calls.
Wow.
So that actually caught our attention. How can we use this technology in our personal life and also in our professional life? So we just went on with it and tried to apply it in our lives. And one thing that personally I noticed is that I can actually put things more clearly and more in perspective when it comes to living my day-to-day life.
Yep.
Of course, being leaders in our own organization, it also helped us to somehow ground ourselves whenever things would not turn out the way we expected it. We are in a sales industry.
Yeah.
There will be times that your sales will just shoot up, and there will be times that it's
Nirvana.
just plateau or
Yeah.
even down the valley, right? So meditation helped us to actually understand, okay, what's going on here? What is the universe teaching me about the situation that I can grow from? So it helped me to put things into perspective as far as my life is concerned.
Yeah.
And your first question earlier, how would you deal with people who would still choose to remain in whatever comfort zone that they're choosing in?
Yeah.
That helped also. Meditation helped to at least understand where they're coming from.
Have like some
More
empathy,
compassion,
more empathy,
yeah.
compassion, empathy.
That's true.
I to your point, I do believe that has happened to me. Just to be not so, I'm not gonna say look down on them or like have some type of ill will towards it, but like before, I guess in my greedy self-absorbed self, it's like, I'm trying my best to help you. You're not getting it, so I'm just
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point where like if we're just in a crossing of moments of life, I'm gonna share my piece. If it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't help you, then
True.
God be with you at the end of the day.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna come to your own coming of moment where it's like, is this it for me? Is this that for me? And some people never get that moment.
Right.
Maybe when they're 90, I don't know.
Yeah.
You should hear Kathy's story about meditation, because she went on a 10-day silent meditation retreat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, influenced by Russ, because for the past years, in our community, he's been really espousing this movement. He has this movement, Ako Naman Muna. It's self-care.
Yeah.
And it has gone really viral. And it's really all about taking care of yourself before you take care of other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give to yourself first by being silent and just connecting to your source. It's like battery of a cell phone. Like you don't go out with a 10% bat, right? Because by then you know you're
disconnected.
how will I call? How will I call? Or how will I get the calls, right? So it's also for us. It's like, how can we go around life, go out there being at 10% battery?
That makes a lot of sense.
You have to go back and charge to the source on a day-to-day basis. So if that question is how often is it important, it's very important. Like we've been very very faithful. We call it faith work. People do strategic work, do hustle, but we believe in faith work. We believe that everything is really from the source, and the moment you are aligned, you just be in absolute alignment, things will fall into place. It doesn't mean that you don't put effort, but the effort is
guided,
effortless. Like it's smooth. it's a flow, and we truly believe in that so much now more than ever. A couple of years ago, we saw Russ just being so in flow, like RDR, RTD, all these influencers just go to his space. Businesses are just booming and everything. And this was like right after, even during the pandemic, like, why is this that even during the pandemic, his lifestyle never changed? And he's always been telling us meditation, meditation, meditation. And even during our workshops, he won't tell us what to do. He will just tell us, just do your 1 hour meditation, 4 to 5 p.m. AM. Before, he would just tell us, okay, 10 minutes. And then it progressed to 20 minutes. And then it became 1 hour. Wow. And then he would say, you know what, guys? Sadhguru said it's better to meditate at 3 or 4 a.m. because by then everything is still. You don't silent. Yeah. Don't hear stuff. Your family members are still sleeping. Yeah. You don't smell the smell of hot dog cooking in the kitchen. Like
there's no temptation.
No temptation. So it's like really solemn and peaceful.
That really resonates.
So like. I think it was last year that he invited us. I am going to get into this 10-day meditation. This is my second time around. Why don't you join me? And then at that time I was like, okay, I was in the crossroads also with our insurance business, and God, I think between the two of us, it's me. It's my turn for the 10-day meditation. And at first, like I'm the type of person when I commit to something, I would really do it 100%. Yeah. So like, okay, 10 days, no phones, silent. You cannot bring your phone with you to the room. You would, like when you go inside, you have to deposit it. The food would be all vegetarian, no meat, no TV. You cannot bring your notebook, book, pen, anything. You are going to go to like meditation. Yes. And we have like group meditation, we have individual meditation, but like the whole day you have nothing to do. And you cannot talk to people. No talking.
Just your own self.
Your own world. Wow. You and your own world. And for like the first days, like my classmates, they're foreigners. They will just look up, looking at the sky, and like they're going crazy. Like, oh my God, 10 days. And then when we eat, we have our own space. We have our own plate. We were like monks. And since you were not talking to anybody, you just, when you bite, when you eat your food, it's like, oh my God, this is so yummy. What's this taste like? Oh, you would really appreciate every moment. And the food will only be served at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, you'll only have a fruit and tea. So like, oh my gosh, your body would really adjust. And, like for 10 days, that's your routine. Wow. And then after that, we had like, when I turned on my phone on the 11th day, like my phone just didn't know how to turn on. I didn't know how to use my phone. Like 10 days of no cell phone. That's complete detox, Gil. Yeah. And that actually allowed me to appreciate it more, the meditation experience.
No, that really resonates with me because it's for me, it's almost like it's just I really believe like back to self-care.
Yeah, self-care. Yep.
You cannot bless others if your cup is not overflowing.
Right.
So that's a thing that my wife, like Ruby, and I always live by. Like, if we can't do it, we can't bless people unless we're taken care of, because unfortunately or fortunately, we are the top of the heap. Yeah. We are the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And I tell even her family, my family, like, listen, it's not a good month this month. Right now, I can't really help you right now.
Yes.
And I don't play to the guilt. That even if it's unspoken, there's an internal guilt you have. Like,
true.
I can't help nobody right now. Whatever. Plus, I'm like one of the older of all the cousins and all those things. So, I guess having those times of meditation, you have no choice but to reflect within yourself and understand who you are.
That's true.
And you might see the ugly part. You're going to see the ugly part of what needs to be dealt with, and and I'm hoping that everyone will practice that. To be honest with you, one of my last questions are: if you had an opportunity to have lunch, eat, or just break bread with anyone in history, living or not living, who would it be?
That's a very interesting question. I would say the Jesus Christ himself. For me.
I would be, you and me both.
Really?
Yeah, for
You and
me.
me both. You and me both.
Yeah, because I just want to pick on his brains.
I would too.
Probably how he was actually able to really deal with all those challenges and temptations of being divine and at the same time being human, because that's who we are.
Yeah.
We are spiritual beings having human experiences and journey while we're here on earth. And definitely there's going to be a lot of distractions, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles. And how can you still be divine? Can still be spiritual while you're going through all of these things? Because you cannot, if you're no longer experiencing all of these things, the struggles, the challenges, the problems, you're probably good as dead.
Yes.
Right? So that's probably one of the things that I would be having conversations with him while we're having bread together, or probably a fish together by the lake.
No, I love that. That's who I would choose as well.
Yep.
But because I am who I am, I'm very curious. I'll be like, what happened to your missing years? Where did you go?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
where did you go? Like, tell me how what that happened. But like there's a missing gap of what happened.
True,
like,
true.
How were you as a kid? Like how did?
Wow.
And I would really
As a teenager,
I would dig deep into like. Tell me more. I'd be like I'd pester him. Like I'd just walk around and pester him. And Kathy, who would be for you?
Top of mind is Oprah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that.
Because she's so wealthy. Why would she still be, out there? I just saw her like having this conversation with Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Love, Pray. And you're like very curious, still very out there, passionate with life. Like I would want to sit in that consciousness with someone who's very wealthy and still very much alive,
Yeah, that's a great point too. Because I love to talk to people like you guys, because even anyone and that level, only because like at that mode, it's all purpose at that point.
Yep.
It's not like almost necessity. I mean, it is a necessity for me to have purpose in my life.
Yeah.
But at that point of like level of however that person is, I would ask the same question why aren't you like in an island by yourself and just having people serve you, or just chill and hang out? Yeah. Well, good. Last question for me is let's do a plug for Valuenaires as well as a breakthrough this Saturday.
Yeah. Once again, thank you so much, Gil, for allowing us to be here. We are the Valuenaires. You can catch us on Facebook and also on our Spotify. That's Sunday's Best
channel.
Yeah, Sunday's Best with Val and Kathy. That's on better parenting and better relationships. Next month, we're gonna have our couples retreat. If Gil and Ruby would want to join, it's our first time to have that retreat. It's really all about connecting back with your partner, and it's really all about rediscovering, your relationship. This weekend,
we're going to have our personal mastery course called Discovery. It's actually the first level prior to Breakthrough. Here you will, of course, get to learn more about the limiting beliefs that's running your mind and even running your life. So a lot of people who have been graduates of Discovery has also experienced transformation in their lives, at least on the first level. And that's already a good thing. That helped me change my mindset that the Philippines is hopeless, when I would always go back and forth to the US to work as an OFW, as a caregiver. And that solidified my reason for staying. So I hope that for people who would want to find that meaning and purpose of your life, overcoming your limiting beliefs, then definitely this kind of workshop, the Discovery Personal Mastery course, would somehow help them put things into perspective.
100%. This might be a bonus question.
Yep.
To what you said, like, do you think at this stage in technology, where the country is now, do you think you really need to leave the Philippines to have a good living in the Philippines? Like OFW work, outside of vacations, obviously.
Yep.
I mean, for a livelihood, do do you think you need to leave the Philippines?
Yeah, go ahead.
Before, yes. We believe that, like when you go outside of the Philippines and go to
The grass
US
is
or
greener.
Canada, yeah, like of course $1 is equal to what, 60 pesos.
Yeah.
That's like leverage right
It's big,
there.
yeah.
That's so big. And right now, as we continuously grow ourselves, our mindset, our skills, we actually earn better while here in the Philippines. It's
Yeah.
really more for us personally that your mindset is really all about abundance, not just in material things, but
course.
like in all aspects of
Yeah.
your life. Health, wealth, relationship, as well as fulfillment. That's abundance for us.
Yep.
And it's not rooted not just in one country. It's wherever you are.
Yep.
Yes.
Your state of mind
Yeah.
is your abundance. And personally, we truly believe that it's our birthright. So it's not just for the Americans, it's not for just Canadians, but it's also for the Filipinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My take on that is that the technology has actually made the world smaller.
Yeah.
100%.
Whatever is available in another part of the world can be made available here in the
Yeah.
Philippines, except snow, of course. And the opportunities as well. More importantly, the opportunities. We've been seeing a lot of companies take a look at the Philippines and
Yeah.
how the
Yes.
Filipinos can
100%, yeah.
work for them, even if they don't need to fly to wherever they
Yeah.
are, just being here.
Yeah.
And we can still enjoy being with family. And that's the very
Yeah.
reason why I came back here in the Philippines, because when I worked abroad as a caregiver, that the distance has actually made my emotional health go downhill.
100%, yeah.
And if you can generate the same economy as if you're working abroad and just do it here in the Philippines and still enjoy being with your loved ones, then that's what I call life.
Yeah.
I always believe that you can always create abundance wherever you are,
100%.
whenever you want, as long as you have the right mindset. And that's all it takes in order for you to really shift and transform your life.
But I thank you guys. Really appreciate your
Thank
time.
you so much.
Check them out. I'm going to try to publish this hopefully by tomorrow if I can.